SR93 Boxing. I'm back with a quick video. Kell Brook got shook in the Errol Spence press conference. In the press conference, they were starting to discuss resumes of each other fighters, and Team Brook was saying their best opponent, was better than Chris Algieri, who's Errol Spence's best opponent. And that is true. That's true, I would say. But they came back with saying shit like, because I feel like at that point Errol Spence couldn't say much, and then Errol Spence's coach came on to say that, look, like, how long have you been pro for? This is a good point. Kell Brook's been pro for a long time, but he fought bums most of his career, and I'm glad he said this, that all of your opponent's losses put together is about 870 something, and Team Brook couldn't counter that argument with anything. I'm so glad the Team Spence said that, because it's true. And they were talking about Triple G, and I guess Errol Spence got a bit pissed off. Team Spence got pissed off that, and they were talking about Triple G, because Kell Brook has been getting a lot of hype and getting a lot of credit. People see him as a brave guy for fighting Triple G. But we all know that, the real reason he fought Triple G was for a payday. How does this guy, who is unable to make fights with Diego Chavez, unable to make fights with Jesse Vargas, unable to make fights with Brandon Rios, Timothy Bradley, is suddenly able to make fights within 48 hours of the Golovkin fight? So you have to question, like, okay, this guy's never been able to make a good fight where he's risking a lot. All of a sudden he's fighting Golovkin. What is it? What is it that's making him do that? It's the money. So, and it's also the fact that you got nothing to lose in that fight. So you take all of that into consideration, and then you look at what he's done against Errol Spence in the negotiations. I'm fairly sure that pissed Errol Spence off. That's why he acted like he did against in the Kell Brook press conference. Errol Spence was pissed, man. He wasn't pissed like that. He was bit like, he's like, finally, yeah, I got this guy. Because I'm fairly sure he was very pissed at Kell Brook for the way Kell Brook was behaving with the negotiations and shit. Typical of Kell Brook. And Kell Brook looked like, he looked a bit worried, but he also looked like that he's very pissed that he has to fight Errol Spence. It's obvious. They're mad that they have to fight Errol Spence. They're mad. They can't handle it mentally, that they're forced to fight this fighter. You deserve it, man. Kell Brook deserves it. That the piece of shit moves that he's been doing in boxing, he deserves it. How the fuck do you not get a fight with Diego Chavez and then suddenly the contract's void? How? Like, these fanboys that love Kell Brook, they're just sort of, and I'm not disrespecting them, you can be a fanboy all you like. There's many fanboys of all fighters. They don't realize that Kell Brook is a fraud. Is a proper fraud. They don't follow each and every of his moves. These new fans of Kell Brook, they're really new fans. No one's been an old fan of Kell Brook, having been liking Kell Brook since 5, 6, 7 years ago. He was fighting bums back then, and he made his name big from talking about Amir Khan. Kell Brook, he keeps mentioning about struggling to make 147. That's his fault, and he's saying it many times to kind of put it in people's head, it seems like, so that he can come up with a big excuse if he does lose this fight. Who knows, man? Kell Brook might win, he might lose. I don't know, man. He might lose. But the way I see it, it's a 50-50 fight. And also another thing, he was talking about, he was asked about Amir Khan, and every time they make a question like the blah 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 American blah blah blah. As soon as they mention American's name, you can see him getting a bit upset and almost sad. Yo, that shit was really funny, man. When Coogan mentioned American, yeah, man. But Kell Brook, look, he doesn't deserve a fight with American yet. He doesn't deserve a payday like that because that payday will like a 50-50 payday would offer him what, let's say 6 million maybe. Let's say hypothetically he gets 6 million. How much? How much? When American gets a payday off like that, I think of 4 million against Zab Judah. Now, to fight Zab Judah and get that payday, how hard did he work in his whole career? What did he do? He fought someone like Barrera, he fought Kotelnik, he fought Maidana, he fought Malanachi, he fought a lot of good fighters, man. And then he got Judah. Meanwhile, Kell Brook fought a lot of bums and a little bit good fighters here and there. They're called anomalies. And then all of a sudden, he wants his 6 million paydays. He wants the easy way. American done it the hard way. The harder way, that is. That's why I don't believe in Kell Brook getting any more than a 30%. And now he's stuck in here fighting Errol Spence, upset that he couldn't get an American payday. Yeah, man. I don't know what else to say, man. Kell Brook, look, Errol Spence actually looks pretty big, man. He looks big. I'm speaking like this, I'm really sorry. I'm tired. Had a long day. But yeah, I remember thinking Errol Spence looks pretty big. And Kell Brook, he looks big, but he looks like he's struggling to make weight. I feel like one of the reasons why Kell Brook's pissed off is because he's struggling to make weight. You know, he looks a bit overweight as well. He looks a bit, not necessarily overweight, he looks a bit more chubby, if that makes sense. He's not fat by any means. And, yeah. I feel, I don't know what to say, man. I just think Kell Brooks, he got what he deserved. And after this fight, if he wins, God forbid, because in a way, I want him to win. He's a UK fighter. But at the same time, as a boxing fan, Kell Brook beating Errol Spence is bad for boxing. Because Kell Brook will be back on bum hunting or fighting a big name if he gets a huge payday. He's not going to go through the middle ground where he's fighting fighters where he can't afford to lose. And the reward isn't all that high. A lot of other fighters done it. He don't want to do it. He wants to live his name off fighting bums. I remember once Kell Brook saying that I will surpass Floyd Mayweather's undefeated record. At the time, it was 47-0, I think. But, you know, see, that's the type of shit that he says. Some ridiculous shit. Shit like, American's done it the easy way. I've done it the harder way. Man, you deluded fuck. And a lot of fans buy into it because they're just hearing this guy talk. They're hearing this guy, he's undefeated. He was, at least. And the only person that beat him was this middleweight monster. Man, that's really bad. It's really pathetic, man. He's really the biggest scam artist in boxing. He's just an overall well-rounded fraud. A hypocrite, at best. Kell Brook needs to go and focus on this fight. He can definitely win. Oh yeah, this chocolate brownie thing. You know, Errol Spence was talking about, I don't know what the hell is chocolate brownie. And to be honest, I never even understood fully what is a chocolate brownie. I know Kell Brook made it up like chocolate brownie right hand, but what the fuck? Why did you call it chocolate brownie? That's fucked up, man. That's a bit camp. A lot of things about Kell Brook is a bit camp. Not in terms of his ability in the ring, but it's just his, you know, just first impression. See, the way this is how I see it. First impression of Kell Brook, camp. Overall camp guy. But, you know, he's a good fighter. I just wish he wasn't a fraud that he is right now. I wish he was picking good fighters on a consistent basis, because now all he's doing is being forced to fight good fighters, or fighting good fighters when they have nothing to when he has nothing to lose. And he has his approach to boxing is similar to himself. Big camp. I'm SR93 Boxing. I'm out.